In this video, the weather precludes our planned visit to the second day of the Heveningham Hall Fly In, but during our poodle around, as John put it, my trimmer locked and stick forces became quite hard as we came back into land at Neyland. My name is Tim Palmer. I fly a Jodel DR1050 out of this farm strip in East Anglia.
Hopefully this time it will be recording sound. Basically the big problem was last time, because I'd taken my headset off to fly in with Duncan, I'd changed the jack plug combination. So although we recorded sound when we went yesterday to Monument, it didn't actually record it because it wasn't connected, which was a bit ridiculous. Okay, you happy?
I think so.
Good. Line up with the trees. Neyland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is rolling Neyland traffic. I'll just let it sink for a while.
Yeah, it's fine, that's sensible. Engine cuts, you're ready.
It's still not looking great, weather-wise. See, if you look towards Mersey, the next lot of rain is coming in.
Right, yeah.
Which is what we were getting on Windy. Because as far as the camera is concerned, we were heading off to Heveningham Hall today.
Oh, I see.
But because it's a Sunday, we can't take off before 10.
Yeah.
Had we been able to take off at 9, we could have gone ahead of the weather.
Yeah.
But because it started raining about 10, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we've now waited, it's now 12. That pulse of rain has gone through, but actually it's now over the top of Heveningham Hall, which is where we want to go.
Right.
And although we've got some clear air here,
but
over in that direction, there's more coming.
Yeah.
So basically, there were a couple of things I wanted to do. One was to test this sound recorder, which very disappointingly didn't record sound yesterday. And the other thing was to have another go and see what happens with this heater. When we got back on the ground yesterday, John's leg was well and truly red, almost blistered, not quite, but well and truly red from the heat that was coming through. Now it was a hot day, oil temperature was up to 102, which for us is really, really high. But we have just checked and the heater box has blanked off the way that it should do, hasn't it?
Yep.
But we were just wondering. So what I am going to do now is, once we're reasonably settled, I do need to go onto the rear tank because I'm heavily out of balance in terms of the fuel at the moment, which was left over from when I filled it right up for the air test.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, tell me whether this makes a difference.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I can
8,
feel it.
9. Yeah, that's hot. You can feel it, can't you?
So that's the heater on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So it's not that we've got the lever the wrong way round.
Yeah.
So that's
So
me.
that's shut immediately that you turned.
Okay.
That pushed that.
So we've actually checked that the box is shutting off okay.
Yeah.
It was just a hot day and a hot engine bay.
Yeah, a very hot, as far that day, but no, that's a whole different world, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we head off, well, no, we won't head off in that direction, but if I point the aircraft in the direction that we should be going, it's all grey and yuck and horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite nice to the west, where we're not going. But if we continue in the turn, you'll see that eventually,
When you get there.
there we go.
Yeah.
That's very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've realised I've got old man hair.
You alright?
Can you just nab it for a second or two?
Yeah.
There we are. Thank you very much. Unless you want to fly it for
No,
longer.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
But if I'm going now towards Mersey, it does strike me that that is looking a bit more threatening now.
Yeah. It's quite enough.
Oh, it's plenty. It's plenty.
Plenty just for
Yeah,
you know.
it's plenty for what we want to do.
Little poodle round, you know. It's enough.
As I say, if we go to Heveningham, the chances are we're going to get caught out by this lot, which follows that lot.
Yeah.
That's the trimmer slipped.
All right.
You know, the ratchet and cog
Yeah,
mechanism.
I know what you mean.
I will need to have a look at that trimmer.
Is it
So-
slipping? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
There's quite. I mean, it's okay, but there's quite a lot of stick.
Right. Well,
Quite a lot of stick pressure.
we'll sort that out.
Yeah. But I mean, basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to test that remote, test the sound, test the heater, which hopefully have all worked out. You got your bearings?
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you just swing out a bit and then put it on the other wing? Because I want to look down there for a bit. But then just swing me over gently. Because I thought I saw something in the lake. No, it's alright, it's fine. I just sort of... It looked as if you know when you get like a gas...
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, what happens? Yeah, you get a whirlpool in there.
Yeah.
Because that's where they take the water out for Colchester.
Ah.
So yeah, you'll probably find it's in the Y.
Oh, it's there. See. Better.
You see where the pumping station is? Over your shoulder, it'll be there in a minute.
Yep.
Down that way, yeah. If you look now,
Yep.
you see in the middle of that
Yep.
bend, can you see that white patch of water?
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
I saw that. It's got a little bit that juts out.
Yeah. But what that white bit is, that's a little whirlpool.
You can see it.
Yeah.
It's spraying out of.
Because what it's actually doing is it's sucking the water for Colchester.
Yeah, you can see it. Got loads of little tiny yachts out there. They must have quite a few.
Yeah.
But there's nobody in it. Yeah, you can see it clearly.
Yeah.
Like a whirlpool.
I know it's a pain because you haven't got your machine in the air yet or whatever, but it is still a great privilege to be able to do this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, very much so. I can see the runway.
Yeah, yeah.
Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is in the overhead, Nayland traffic.
Haven't heard anybody else on safety comm. Well, yes we did, we had a couple of old hay. It's raining at Clacton.
Alright.
You can see it coming down to the ground.
Yeah. Ain't pinching on my water, is it?
Here we go.
Nayland traffic, Golf Alpha Yankee Echo Hotel is fine on Nayland traffic.
I didn't publish the week before last, as I said I wouldn't, because I knew that we would be in the Netherlands visiting friends. But we came back into Harwich from the Hook on the ferry on the Sunday night at about 9:30, 9:45, and the following morning on the Monday at about 11 o'clock I was on a train to the Isle of Wight in order to help Kate out with some childcare for the 4 grandchildren. So apologies for that.